have been so many different actors on Heartland, it might sound like an insurmountable task to come up with just one and of the worst actors and just one of the best actors on Heartland. But after an extensive survey of Heartland fans, we think we have the two that just might fit the bill. Now, the number of actors that have played on Heartland have ranged from some very professional and seasoned actors like Chris Potter and Sean Johnston, who plays Grandpa Jack, to much less experienced actors like Drew Amir Davis, who plays Logan, and Jake Church, who played Jake, Mallory's frenemy, then boyfriend, then husband. Now, you might think that just because they were young, Jake and Drew, that maybe they were the ones that were considered to be the worst actors. But that's not really it at all, because there are actually some very accomplished young actors on the show, such as Alicia Newton, who played Georgie, who appeared first in season 6 as an 11-year-old, and she'd even played in similar roles to the one she played on Heartland on other shows and movies before that. And then there's young actors like Babe McPherson, who grew up in an acting family, with her mother and sister being accomplished actors. And then, of course, the little twins, Ruby and Emma Spencer, who play Lindy, who literally started acting on Heartland as newborns. And now for the actors who fans, 612 to be exact fans, believe were the best and worst actors so far on Heartland. Now, the actor who a vast majority of these fans thought was the best actor on Heartland, drumroll please, Graham Wardell.
Excuse me?
Oh, don't be so modest, Graham. So, Graham Wardell, who famously played Ty Borden on Heartland seasons 1 through 14, was voted by the vast majority of fans to be the best actor on Heartland. Now, first I was really surprised by this result, since he's no longer on the show. But then I realized that, looking back, he played the character of Ty Borden so well. Now, I've seen him in other shows and movies he's been in, like Grave Halloween. And, his character there, what I say his acting was great in that movie, not so much. But in my personal opinion, and maybe a lot of fans, his passion for the character of Ty, and perhaps even for the whole show of Heartland, was so big that it really made his acting of that character, so good. Now, another actor that was really high on the list was Sean Johnston, who plays Grandpa Jack. Now, this isn't any surprise at all, because Sean Johnston is such an accomplished actor. He's probably had 30 years of acting before he came to Heartland. And it's also not surprising because he plays a character that is 20 years older than he is himself just so well. And I think he might have even surprised himself at how well he's done with acting in this role and how much people have enjoyed it. Because even he didn't think at the beginning, when the producers asked him if he would consider the character of Grandpa Jack, he immediately had said no, that he was way too young to play that character. So, but now, of course, no one could even imagine someone else being in that role. Funny how things worked out like that, isn't it? The magic of Heartland. Now, I just want to mention my personal favorite, who I think was the best actor on Heartland as well. And it's not anyone that people would usually think about, because he wasn't like a very large main character on Heartland. And that's the actor Nicholas Campbell, who played Will Vernon. Now, Mr. Campbell first appeared as Will Vernon in Heartland Season 4, Episode 10, also known as the Heartland Christmas movie. And he has such a natural way of acting. I mean, everything I've seen him in, he makes it seem like he is the character. But especially in this particular character, which just, I thought his lines were just so believable. Watch this scene. Let me know what you think.
I know all about your son-in-law. The accident, I know all about it.
You don't know anything. You don't know me. We rodeoed together. We partied together. We was half in the bag. That's another life. Another life. It's over.
Isn't he just so good? I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion. Like I said, let me know in the comments. Now, on to the worst actor or actress. This one I was a bit surprised by. But anyways, the actor or actress that fans thought or think is the worst on the show is Bay McPherson, who plays the new Katie. Now, this wasn't a landslide or anything. It was only 54% of fans who believe that. I actually think she's pretty good now. I could see, when she first came on the scene in Heartland, which, was during COVID, and she was really young and not very experienced in acting, even though she comes from an acting family. I could see how people could say she wasn't a very good actress, I think, but coming in during COVID for such a young girl was probably, and to such a seasoned show like Heartland, was probably really intimidating. I don't know, watch this scene here. Let me know what you think of her acting. It's from season 16, episode 7, and an episode entitled Bluebird, where she and her little friend Ava Tran are trying to make some money looking for a bluebird on the ranch.
Don't say anything to her yet. We'll do some more research and see what we can find.
Okay, the trail ride is tomorrow, so you don't have a lot of time.
We won't let you down.
Okay.
Now, a close runner-up to Bay, to who fans feel is also not the best actor on Heartland, is Aidan Marino, who plays Rick Adderley. He's also one of the newer actors in the newer seasons of Heartland. I personally think he's really funny and like his acting, but I think the character that he has, it was difficult for people to relate to and to really get attached to because he came into one of the later seasons. So perhaps that's why they don't really like his acting. So personally, I like a lot of the newer actors, though I have to agree that they're not always given maybe the most dramatic storylines. But I can see how people might not like the acting of some of the newer actors because they just haven't had as much time to get attached to those characters, as well as they haven't been given the same, maybe you could say, caliber of storylines of the early seasons. Anyways, do you agree with the fan picks of who the best and worst actors are on Heartland? Do you believe that, Graham Wardle and Sean Johnston are the best actors? And like I said, my personal favorite is Nicholas Campbell. And do you agree that some of the newer actors, such as Bay McPherson and Aidan Marino, are not as good? And does that affect how you feel about those episodes? Or do you have your own picks? If you do, please share them with me and let me know your reasoning in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.